Hey, it's me. I don't even know how to start videos anymore. So if you watched last week's video, I moved. It was really scary and difficult and hard because I have lived in the same house. Oh, my camera's like really jerking around. I have lived in the same house since I was 8 years old, and we have moved to somewhere new. It's not too far. It is across state lines, which is crazy, but it's no longer than an hour to where I work and where my mom works, because we work in the same town, which is the town that we were living in. It's under an hour away, but it's still across state lines and very, very, very different from what I am used to. So I just wanted to do a little check-in, because between moving and then like trying to, like, you can see, like, I'm not like even fully unpacked. That's a new mirror. Hey, there's a desk and there's a weird window. Also, where I live now is comparatively to where I lived before. Where I lived before, I born, raised, grew up. All types of convenience was at most an hour away. And the kind of where I live now is in the middle of like bumfuck nowhere. And to get back to the town I lived in before, where most things of convenience were at most an hour away, is now like an hour away. For somebody who has grown up in the sense of like everything is a short drive away type of privilege, this is very upsetting for me. I was very much born in the right century. I love being gay without being sent to like a woman's home for hysteria and all of the conveniences of modern time, and now living in the middle of nowhere, it feels just like very upsetting. But there's like weirdly a lot of, that's the front of the house, mind you. I have a weird window. We have like a front porch kind of vibe. That window looks out onto the porch. And then there's windows on the porch to look outside. The front street has like crazy amounts of traffic for where we are. I don't get it. I don't get why there's so much traffic when it's like the middle of nowhere. The closest grocery store is like not a chain grocery store. That's the kind of vibe we're working with. So, little white girl who's very used to being all of her needs met at all times very quickly. This is a lot for me to process. I feel like my camera's shaking a lot. It's balanced very shakily. Let me see if I can fix it. Hold on. Okay, you're a little bit lower, but hopefully you won't be like shaking very aggressively just because I like put my hands on the desk. So yeah, I moved. We've been in here since, I want to say the 12th, the latest, was like the last day that we like moved in. And then I had taken a week off of work to like unpack, but also like mentally adjust. And now I'm back to work. That's why like this stuff is not even done yet. Like I said, we moved like the 12th, the latest was like the last day that we were in the house. And that tells you how much like time I have not had to do this. The rest of the house is unpacked. If anything, there's like a couple boxes left in the living room that my mom keeps finding from other places she put them that she wants in the living room. So it's a whole thing. I'm here. And the thing is, I didn't take a hiatus because I still had videos posted, but I feel like I took a hiatus, probably just mentally, because I was not focused on videos in the slightest. Well, to be fair, not last week's video, the video before didn't come out on Wednesday. It came out on a Friday, and it came out like late Friday afternoon because I was still actively moving in and unpacking. And then last week's video, I was editing it the morning before it was being posted. So I feel like I took a little bit of a hiatus, but I'm back now. Hi. I'm trying to like plan videos ahead because I still, you know, have to go to work, and it is, oh, the lighting is very bad. I'm sitting in front of a window, but I'm also filming this very late in the day, and I'm scared to put on, I have a light like right here, but I'm scared to put it on because it's a desk lamp, so it's just going to be a very upsetting light. Should I put it on? It's getting dark. Anyway, I still have to work, and I have to wake up especially early now to have to drive to work, which is significantly further now. And there might be some other stuff that involves my income coming up. We don't know. Everybody cross your fingers, but I'm trying to like pre-plan videos because we're still trying to figure out like commuting times and like different accessibility things in the sense of like location. So trying to get videos done ahead of time. Next week's video I'm kind of excited about because I feel like I'm going to have like a silly fun time filming it. I don't know. Everything, this is what I've been stressed about since May. Because April, it was being treated very, 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 very poorly at work, which is crazy. You never think it could get worse at your job until it does. And then May, immediately, like I went on vacation with my mom. Did I post that like vacation vlog video? I'm pretty sure I did. I went on vacation with my mom, and like the day we got back from vacation, my mom sat down, me and my brother, and she's like, so I have to tell you something. We have to move. And it wasn't like, I'm not going to get into all the details because it like doesn't matter now because everything's settled and fine. But it was very much a move that wasn't like our choice. It was very much like forced upon us. Here's a little tip and trick for you. If you, for whatever reason, you or your family have a home provided to you by your state housing association, don't trust the motherfuckers. Don't trust them. That's all I'm going to say. So I can talk shit now about housing on the internet because I won't have to worry about my mom freaking out that it's somehow going to get back to them. Fuck those bitches. From my state specifically and from my old town specifically, they can get fucked. Anyway, it was super fun too because like just as we were like finding out that like we were going to have to move, again, not of our own choice, like just as that was happening, the law that makes it criminal, like makes it, you can get arrested for being homeless. That was just super scary because like, again, I can recognize my privilege, knock on wood. I know I'm a white woman. Like I get it. It was just super scary because that whole thing that people say you are closer to being homeless than you're closer to being a billionaire for most of the people, pretty much all of us in this country, except for that 1%, just felt very real in that moment, especially with like all of that happening and then like being online and seeing the news that like homelessness was being criminalized. Felt good, felt great. And it was very much a move that like high stress situation like happened in a weekend. We didn't really have a location to go. We weren't sure, like this and that. And then it was like a Wednesday afternoon. And my mom was like, when you go to work tomorrow, let them know that you're going to need time off because we're moving this weekend. And I was like, okay, I'm fine. It's a huge adjustment and I'm not a huge fan of where we are. I'm allowed to complain. Okay, I'm allowed to complain. I'm not a huge fan of where we are. It's a big adjustment. It's a temporary thing is what we're trying to do. We're trying to figure out stuff for next year. So I will be moving again, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure at the beginning of this year, I made like the hello 2024 video or whatever I said. And I'm pretty sure I said in that video that I wanted to work on like the like little room renovation series I have where I just like, I do more things in my room and I do more like little art projects and I do more like different types of decorating that I wanted to do because I said something like, even though I've lived in this house for so long, everything feels very temporary. And that's what happens when you're poor and like dependent on certain things. Isn't that crazy? So part of me still wants to do it to make the space mine, but then knowing that we're like trying to only be here for a year, it's like everything's temporary. Ah! Okay, I feel like I'm just like complaining too much. I'm okay. I had to put you lower, but now I'm like hunching and I feel like you can tell. I'm fine. I'll be fine. It was just kind of wild and crazy, and I feel like I haven't like sat down and chit-chatted like 100% with you guys because every time I've had like a chit-chat video, I've been like, haha, there's some stuff happening. Don't want to talk about it. This is what's been happening. The looming dread of like having to leave my childhood home. Which is, okay, slight trauma dumping. I feel like it makes it worse because when I was little, pretty much from the time I was born to when I was 8 years old, we moved all of the time. The longest we were in a house, I think, was maybe 2 years. In that 8-year time frame, we moved constantly. It was in the same town. It was always in the same town, but we moved all of the time. There was no stable, like, anything. And it was really hard growing up when all the other little kids, like, it was a project in, like, kindergarten or first grade where we were learning, like, emergency phone numbers and everything like that. And it was, like our, like, emergency contacts, like 911, like your mom's phone, your dad's phone for, like, work and stuff. And I got, like, ridiculed by the teacher for not knowing my home phone number. And it's like, bitch, we just moved in and we're probably going to be moving out in 6 months. I don't bother learning phone numbers anymore as a little kid. I know how to reach my mom at her job. That's it. So the fact that I moved into that house when I was 8 years old and then have stayed there until 28, feel like that made it a little bit harder because it was obviously like the growing up and like having all of my like experience, my life experiences and my memories in one place, but it was also like that was the first time we had like had a stable place. So it's just weird. It's a weird feeling. I don't know what I'm doing. Grief is weird. Grief is a circle. I'll be fine, and then I'm sure I'll have some kind of memory where it makes me cry. Like, I'm still adjusting. This room is kind of cool. It has, like, you wouldn't be able to see it here, but, like, do you see how the door looks really low? It has, like a little step in. So it's kind of cool. I'll do a room tour at some point, because I feel like that would be kind of neat, but my bookshelf, which is right next to me. Hey, you remember the bookshelves that I filmed in front of all the time? We might get a lot of these videos and this location at my desk because one of my bookshelves is broken. It broke in the move. It realistically, I could probably still use it because a it's a giant crack in the side and two of the shelves fell out. But I'm pretty sure if I had asked, my brother and mom could have like fixed the shelves and put them back in, but the giant crack on the side makes me really sad. So I will be getting a new bookshelf at some point. That costs money though, so we have to wait. There is like stuff on it. Like I put my Stray Kids stuff on it and like all my binders and like my albums. I found my fucking 5 Seconds of Summer albums when I had to like go through my room and pack shit and then unpack everything here. Found my 5 Seconds of Summer albums. So like two of the bookshelves are set up with everything on them, and then one of them only has half of the stuff on it, and it's the rest of the stuff is like in a box in my closet. But there's a closet like over there, and then there's one over here. It's weird. I will do a room tour at some point. Maybe soon. Maybe by the end of September. I'll aim for the end of September so I have time to like decorate and everything. But yeah, that's where I've been. Again, it feels weird to say it that way because I wasn't like gone. I was still posting videos, but I feel like mentally I was gone. Mentally, I was not here on the Sharky Chico YouTube channel. I was miles away. So I'm back. I feel back. You know what? Maybe we'll do the month of September as like room renovation stuff because I have like some art projects I want to do. I want to paint some frames. I want to do some stuff. I have to unpack everything. Like maybe I'll do videos of like unpack with me and like art project time. Actually, those sound like really good ideas. How many weeks are in September? How many Wednesdays do we have next month? Because I know I have one video that's planned and ready to go. I got to film that this week. That way it's up and ready to go. Because I'm busy next weekend and I'm picking up hours at work, which I hate to do because I missed an entire week of work and I don't have the money to pay for new rent because now, without like the government housing, it costs more money. But also I was paying significantly more money than like what most people pay in government housing because it's based off of what you earn. At least in my state it was. I don't know if that's true, like blanket statement, but it was based off of what we earn. And apparently I make too much. So we were paying like way too much money compared to the other people living in the other apartments in my home. I could talk so much shit about housing. Should I do a video where I like spill the tea about housing? I feel like it's just going to be one of those videos where it's like the depressing realities and then like everybody comes into the comments and they're like, yeah, no, I've experienced the same thing. So I don't know. Would that be a fun video? Do you guys want to hear tea about like government assisted living? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, but all that is to say, I'm back. I'm here. It's getting darker again. I'm so sorry. The lighting in here is like great in the background, but not right in front of me. My desk is set up. I forgot the ring light is just in the middle of the floor. Okay. Don't ask me about streaming. Don't ask me about Not So Berry. The only reason I'm bringing that up myself is because my brother asked me the other day. He's like, when are you going to stream again? And I was like, and he was like, do you like sit and film and record and stream? And I was like, well, I did both. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys for hanging out and letting me chit chat and explain. I've wanted to just like talk for a bit, but I also like, before we did the move and everything, it was just going to be like, if I sat down and just talked, it was probably just going to be me crying and talking about how I'm freaking out and how everything's like scary and terrible. So now I can actually like find some humor in it. Who knows? But thank you guys for sitting and hanging out with me. And throughout the video, I'm sure, there have been infographics about Palestine and the genocide that is happening in Palestine, carried out by the Israeli occupation forces, being funded by the United States. We're still talking about it. We're still here. We're still involved. I fell behind a little bit on news. And I've been trying to keep my Instagram like updated with as much of like the news and everything that I'm seeing. And there have been some days where I'm falling behind, and I sincerely apologize for it because I like to use my platform across the board for any information that I can. But please do not forget that we are donating to Abdullah's family. This is the renewed link, the new GoFundMe that Abdullah's family had to make because their other one got deleted when they were like super close to their goal. It was 150,000 euro. They were so close, and now they need 80,000 euro because that's like, that was the difference that they needed to make from their old GoFundMe. So make sure you're checking out Abdullah's family. Again, $5 minimum on GoFundMe. I was always saying $1. $5 minimum on GoFundMe. You could do it. Also check out Rami's family. We've been talking about Rami's family for a while, and they are still so significantly far from their goal. If literally everybody on this channel donated $5, this is how much money we could get Rami's family. I'm not saying we should do it, but that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm absolutely saying we should fucking do it. We could do it. We should. We could and we should. Make sure you're checking out both of those GoFundMe links in the description, and make sure you're checking out the infographics about what is going on in Palestine currently. How do I say this without sounding like I'm being very like blasé about it? I feel like every infographic that you're seeing from me, from like other like social media outlets, from news outlets, if I understand if it feels like it's all very like same, like, oh, what else is new? Like, this is what's happening. But that's the reality of it. This is what's happening, and it's still happening, and it's going to continue to happen until Israel essentially wipes out everybody in Palestine. That's their goal. They've said it out loud with no remorse. That's their goal, is to wipe out everybody. And they're going to continue doing the same shit over and over again and much more violently until they accomplish that goal. And we need to talk about that. Make sure you're checking out the infographics. Make sure you're checking out the links in the description. Thanks for hanging out while I was trying to figure out my brain. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you want me to spill some tea about government housing. And also let me know in the comments if you want me to do like room renovation videos, because it's like the new house, and we could do like art projects, we could do like unpack with me, we could do like something else, and then we could do like a room tour at the end. If that's something that you guys want to see, please let me know in the comments, because now that I've said it, I kind of want to do it. But if you guys don't want to see that, then we won't. I know there's a lot of you here specifically from the photo card videos that I've posted, the photo card videos and the unboxing videos. I know you guys came here for that, and I am so happy and thankful that those videos have as many views as they do. The photo card sorting video has some of the most amount of views that I have had in a while, if not ever. And I'm incredibly happy and thankful for that. I really, really appreciate it. However, if that is why you came here and you feel incredibly disappointed that that's not what every video has been since those two videos, I'm so sorry. This is more of the kind of video you're going to be getting from me more often than not. There will be a sorting photo card video at some point. We'll aim for November, because depending on what we decide to do in September, also like depending on how money goes in September, because that's the real kicker. It's how much money I can have to pay this new rent, which is fucking crazy compared to my old rent, and essentials. We'll aim for like November-ish, all right, to do more photo card videos. So if you wanna if you wanna stick around until like November for photo card videos, that's your incentive? I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out and vibing. And like I said, I wasn't gone, but I felt like I was gone. So I appreciate everybody still being here and hanging out. Last week's video was kind of a bummer, but that's the reality of what's been going on. It was very hard for me to leave my childhood home that I was clearly very comfortable in. So I'm like playing with my little things off to the side. I'm like talking to you, but I'm like, because look, it's like a little, why are you turning that way? It's like a little cupcake bear. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and don't forget to be checking out all of those links and all those infographics about Palestine. Free Palestine, bitches.